So for those who are joining us, we welcome you to our class today, this morning. This is our third last class. We are remaining with two more. That is on next week on Wednesday evening and Thursday morning. So, given that this is our third last class, I want to tackle task 2 once more. And the last time, that will be our last time, or this is our last time to tackle task 2. I have a different task, different from the one that we tackled last week, especially when it comes to functions. So I was able to send you the paper some days ago through your class rep, that is Charles, and I expected that Charles will, or I hope that Charles did send the question to you, the full neck paper. That is, the paper is July 2015. July 2015. So you are able to look at task 2 in advance, so that today you are not unaware of what you are doing. So that was the purpose of sending the paper in advance. You together with those who are able to look at the question, I want us to begin. So this is task 2, and I want just to share my screen. I want to share my screen to show you the question. So I want to share the question. Here is the question paper. So you can see 2920. 2920 is for diploma. 102B. 102 means computer application, and B means it is practical. A is theory. Even if you don't get that, it is not a mistake. It's always given the code and the name of the paper, so you cannot miss out. So this is paper 2, and the time is 1 hour. Just want to repeat that. I have said that a number of times, but I just want to repeat so that you can, the more you hear about it, the more it sinks in your mind when you be prepared. So of course, module 1. So the paper is 1 hour. The key thing here is that let me see. Okay. The key thing here is this instruction. Instruction number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Instruction number 6. Each task carries 20 marks. Perform any 2 tasks. So you don't perform 1. You don't perform all of the tasks. You perform only 2, but any. So you are free. You are free to choose any, but they must be 2. We are quite we are aware of those specific instructions to the candidate. I think we are aware, but I want to repeat here. When you create a folder called NEC exam on the desktop to store the work done, make sure that your NEC exam, and I know this instruction is going to be given by the supervisor. The NEC exam folder is going to be a subfolder to a folder that is called by your name and your index number. Kwa hivyo utakuwa na folder mbili. Moja inaitwa NEC exam, iko na kazi yako, yani iko na files zote. Kama umeamua kufanya Word and PowerPoint, iko na hizo kazi hapo ndani NEC exam. Alafu utachukua hiyo NEC exam folder uweke kwa folder ingine ambayo itakuwa imeitwa kwa jina lako na index number. So, but I know that instruction is going to be given during the examination day by your supervisor. Something else that I should mention is that always make that the work you have, the header contains your name and index number. Okay, so we are now here. This is task 2. Task 2. So suppose you choose to do task 2. That's what we want to tackle today. Task 2A. Let me read the question. open a spreadsheet program and key in the following data in sheet 1 as it appears. Save the workbook as task 2 in the next exam folder to print out later. Okay, so kwa hivyo nitafungua hiyo spreadsheet program which is MS Excel, niende kwa sheet 1 na nifanye hivyo, nimeshaambiwa. So I have already done this, but I want to skim through the questions so that you can be able to see what we really are going to do ahead. So hiyo workbook itakuwa inakaa hivi. Technobiz Limited, it's about a business organization maybe called Technobiz Limited. They are dealing with the names, telephone number, department, hours, hourly rate, basic pay, other benefits, gross pay, tax, net pay. So I want to imagine that these are the names of the employee, their telephone numbers, their department. So like Sarah belongs to HR, Sin belongs to ICT, Colin belongs to HR, Terry belongs to ICT. The hours, maybe the hours they have worked. This one has worked 35, the other up to 40. Then hourly rate. If they have worked, like Sarah has worked for that 5 hours, the hourly rate is 500. So in other words, basic pay will be hourly rate multiplied by hours. So I'm trying to to imagine what I'm going to do concerning these other columns. So you have basic pay, I have other benefits, but we are going to work it out. I have gross pay, and so I'll know there's somewhere I'm going to do some tax and then net pay. So so that's the question. When I see this thing, nikiona hii automatically I have to remember that this, and then kuna mahali nitatumia vlookup. This one, vlookup. Kuna mahali nitatumia vlookup. There is someone who sent me a text via WhatsApp. Akaniuliza, how do you refer to cells in two different columns? So I decided to blue tick you. I know you might want to ask me that question, why I need to blue tick, but I decided to answer the question today. So after doing that, I'm expected to do column chart, and then I think that will be the last thing to do. Then I'll save the changes and print out later. So that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay, let me stop sharing that. I want now to share the solution now. The solution. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going now to share the screen. To share the screen so that you can be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, good. So there we are. What I need to know is that okay, so this I want to assume that you have the question because I did send it in advance. So the first question says, insert a row above row 2. Insert a row above row 2. Insert a row above row 2 and merge cells A2, J2, A2 to J2. Insert a row. Okay, insert a row. Then after inserting, key in the following text in as a subtitle in A2, J2. Key in the following text in as a subtitle in A2, J2. Payroll for the month of October. Payroll for the month of October. So that's what I'm going to do. Insert. Okay, then A2 to J2. A2 to J2. This is the merge center. Then I'm supposed to type payroll for the month of October. Payroll for the month of October. Payroll for the month of October. Like that. I think that's okay. Probably maybe we can we can make it appear as if it is no, you can make it appear in italics. The other question is using an appropriate formula and send address on calculate the basic pay for each staff. For each staff. For each staff, wacha kwanza niweke hii 2 decimal places na hii iko 2 decimal places. Okay. Basic pay. Basic pay itakuwa ni masaa ambayo huyu mtu amefanya kazi na malipo kwa saa moja. So I'll just multiply. So I'll do cosine D4. Yeah. D4 D4 multiplied by E4. That's the basic pay for that person. Let me do for every person. That's it. The other question is, so hapa lazima tukimbie. The other question is, key into sheet 2 of the workbook created in 1 the content of figures 2 as they appear below. I have done that. So sheet 2, that is sheet 2. Iko na hiyo. So I've already done that. Okay, let me just continue. And this means this commission rate and this tax rate on the gross pay. Mtu akiwa na hajafikisha 10,000 hakuna tax. Kama amefikisha 10,000 and above ni 9%. Kama amefikisha 20,000 and above ni 15%. Kama amefikisha above 30,000 ni 30%. Okay. Name the range A4 to B8 as tax rate. I've done that, I think so. Let me check. Okay. Yeah, I've done define name, so I think call it maybe tax rate. Lazima ishishikane. Yes. What have I done? Tax rate. The name entered already exists. Okay. So let me now proceed. Using an appropriate formula and send address on the calculate. Using an appropriate formula and send address calculate 1. Calculate other benefits for each staff given that the staff got a bonus as a percentage. Well, okay. Other benefits for each staff given that the staff got a bonus as a percentage of basic pay. Percentage of basic pay as indicated in figure 2 as the other benefits. Okay, so other benefits is the bonus is a bonus, and this bonus is a percentage of the basic pay. So hii itakuwa ni commission rate, commission rate. Kwa hivyo nitachukua hii 30% of the basic pay. So other benefits will be the 30% of this. So hapo nitaandika nitaandika equal sign. I pick F4 by what is in sheet 2? What is in sheet 2? That's how we do sheet 2. Sheet 2 B1. Sheet 2 B1. Sheet 2 B1. Oh.
Mwalimu, go slowly. Mwalimu, go slowly.
I'm very slow.
Yeah, go very slow now.
Okay. Hiyo sasa. Yes. So hapa nimeandika itakuwa ni basic 30% of basic pay. Hiyo 30% iko hapa sheet 2 hapa, na hiyo ni B1. Kwa hivyo ukiangalia kwa formula yangu hapa, hii 30% una multiply na F4. So I think I'm okay there. So that is it. Okay, so but I have to apply the formula everywhere, so I have to make this be dollar. Hiyo dollar tuliangalia last week, absolute reference. So niweke dollar hapo na niweke dollar sign hapo. Ndio hiyo ni other benefits. So other benefits ni hii, una multiply na 30%, it is F4. What is this? F4 multiplied by B1 in sheet 2. So I have to indicate the reference. The reference is sheet 2. Hiyo sheet 2, na unaweka sheet 2 with how do we call it now? Proclamation marks. So ndio hiyo sheet 2, that one, then B1. But B1 is going to be used in all the cells up to this person called Terry, so I have to make it absolute by adding a dollar sign. Okay, next question. Gross pay for each staff. Wow, gross pay. Sasa gross pay inakuanga ni basic pay plus any other benefit. Kwa hivyo itakuwa ni F4 equal sign F4 multiplied by, the only other benefit that we have is actually other benefits, and then G4. Not multiply, plus G4. So gross pay inakuwa ni hivyo, basic pay plus any other benefit. Hiyo. So tunaendelea vizuri. Okay, tax for each. This is now the other question. Tax for each staff using vlookup function and the cell range named tax rate. Okay, so hapa tunataka kufanya ni tunataka kujiuliza huyu mtu akona hii gross pay, atalipa tax inatoshana aje? Sasa kwa mfano huyu akona 23,075. Tukikuja tuangalia hapa, ameshapita 20,000. Kwa hivyo huyu atakatwa 15% ya hiyo pesa. Hiyo ndio itakuwa tax yake. Sasa swali ni, hiyo ni rahisi kujiuliza hivyo, na hata unaweza calculate ukitumia calculator, but now here you cannot do that. Hauwezi tumia calculator ukifeed the answer hapa kwa tax. You can't do that. So remember vlookup, when we are looking at the spreadsheet, there is an assignment I gave you to go and look at lookup, vlookup, hlookup. That was your assignment. So today is actually not introducing, but using what you know now. Let me remind you, the syntax for vlookup is equal vlookup. Hata inajileta yenyewe. Kuna hapa vlookup value, unaweka value yenye unataka kuangalia, so value then unaweka comma, unaweka range. Naona hapa wanaita table array, but I just call it range. then column number, then either false or true. Let me just explain what it means, false or true, then unafunga. Hiyo ndio syntax. Let me just explain. So hapa value tunakuja tunataka kuangalia value gani, ni hii 23,075. Hiyo unaiweka hapo. So saa hii tutaweka 23,000, tutaweka H4. Then range, tutakuja hapa tuangalie range. Hii range ni from ni hapa. Hii range hii. That's the range A5 all the way to B8. You know, A5 here all the way to B8. Kwa hivyo hiyo ndio tutakuja tuweke hapo. Oh. Yes. Hiyo ndio tutakuja tuweke hapa. Hiyo range. Then tutajiuliza tumefika kwa range. Hapa column number. Column number ukiangalia hii hii range yetu A5 to B8 kuna column mbili, kuna column ya gross pay, kuna column ya rate. Sisi tuko na interested na rate, ndio tukichukua hiyo rate to multiply na hii number 23,075. Kwa hivyo tutaweka column number 2, hatutaweka column number 1. Yes. Then the last parameter ni false. False is when you want to match the values. So in this case, we are matching 23,075 with any number here. So when we are matching for exact, we use false. When we are matching for approximation, we use true. You use true. Kwa mfano, our number here is not exact. It is not exact 20,000. It is an approximation, 23,075. So we are going to use true. So there is no exact number as 23,075. It is only 20,000 and above. So it is approximation. So we are going to use true. Okay. Ndio hiyo sasa. That's what I want to type there. So tukishafanya hivyo, you can imagine what is going to be returned here. If you just type the formula the way it is, you can imagine what is going to be returned here. So let me just do it. Equal sign vlookup. Then value is H4, comma, range. Range is tulisema ni A5 to B8. A5 to B8, lakini kumbuka iko kwa sheet 2. So iko kwa sheet 2. A5 to B8 lakini iko kwa sheet 2. So lazima niiweke hivyo. A5 to B8. Okay. Then column is 2, tumesema ni 2. Then the other one is approximation true. So true, and then let's close. Let's just run that function tuone itatuletea nini. 0.15 imetuletea 0.15. Wacha turudi hapa tuone. Sasa 0.15 hiyo ni nini? Hiyo ni 15%, because 15 over 100 is 1.5, 0.15. That is not what we want. Hatuko interested in a rate. Ime return rate. The rate where 23,075 lies is 15%. 15% is equal to 0.15. That is 15 divided by 100. So we are not interested in the rate. We are interested in this rate now, 0.15 multiplied by gross pay. That is what we are interested in. So kwa hivyo tutafanya nini? Tutachukua hii 0.15 to multiply na hii 23075. So it's just a matter of redesigning the formula. So tutachukua what is in kwa sababu tunajua hii tatupea, tutachukua hii multiply by, now multiply by H4 again, yeah, H4 but sasa formula haiwezi baki hivyo, lazima uweke sasa lazima uweke bracket hapo, na lazima uweke mwisho huko, ufunge kabisa, ufunge. Nimefunga, wacha tuone. Sasa imework, it has worked. Now nataka kutumia hii formula kila mahali, kwa hivyo nitaweka $sign A5 to B8, nitaweka $sign hapo kwa A5 $sign, alafu B $sign, alafu 8 $sign, so that I can make it absolute. Yeah, okay, then we apply everywhere. Yeah, it's working. It has worked. Kwa hivyo ni kumaanisha huyu atalipa hii tax, huyu mwingine atalipa hii tax, na huyu mwingine atalipa hii tax, na hivyo. So net pay, wacha tuende kwa net pay, the other question for the net pay for each. Sasa hapa lazima ujue mahesabu. Hapa hakuna mahali tumeambiwa net pay ndio formula, lakini tunajua net pay, mtu akipokea mshahara ikiwa gross pay anatolewa tax, alafu Kenya nabaki nacho ni net pay. Kwa hivyo net pay huwa ni gross pay minus tax, so it will just be equal sign gross pay minus tax, that is H4 minus I4. Okay, that is net pay. So that is net pay. So that's good. Let's proceed. Format worksheet as follows. Set all figures except HRS column with the Kenya shillings currency symbol. Wacha tufanye hiyo. Set all figures except HRS column. HRS. All figures except this one. So ni hii. So nita highlight hiyo na hii pia na hii pia na hiyo. Niende Kenya shillings, iko wapi currency? So let's see. Okay, let me not confuse anyone. Inaenda hapo, fanya currency Kenya shillings. Kenya shillings. Ukiona hii unajua imekuwa kidogo sana, so we just enlarge. Good, like that. So the next question, fill the net pay column with the yellow color. Net pay. Inaweka yellow. You just fill. Sasa yellow is let me just pick that. That's okay. Wow. We are doing well. The other one is create column chart in a new sheet showing gross pay and net pay. Create a column chart in a new sheet. That means you can go to sheet 3. New sheet showing gross pay and net pay for each staff. Gross pay and net pay. So gross pay, this one, just highlight, and net pay. Hizo mbili. Na tunaulizwa column chart. So insert column, go to column chart. So it is not specific whether it's 2D or 3D. Column chart. Column chart. You can pick any. So can do 2D, 3D. You can even do a cylinder depending on your on what it feels good for you. So it is for each staff. So ni 1 2 3 4. Kwa hivyo badala ya kuwa na number 1 2 3 4, I think it's good if I have names. So let me just repeat. Wacha pia niweke hii uone kama italeta majina. Imeleta majina. Good. So kwa sababu tumeambiwa in a new sheet, just cut, go to sheet 3, paste there, na itakuwa hapo. So itakuwa inakaa hivyo. Sheet 1 kazi, sheet 2 tax rate, sheet 3 column chart. Na swali imeishia hapo. So save the changes to print out later. Sheet 1 showing the formula used instead of values. That we did that last time, so we are not going to repeat that. Sheet 1 showing the formula used instead of values. So unaenda pale unaweka formula instead of values. Then uende kwa sheet 2, uprint sheet 2. Then uende kwa chart mahali umeiweka, uprint chart. So hapo ndio tutafikisha. So the floor is open for any question.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I could wish that you repeat the vlookup that we have done just before. Didn't see anything.
Okay.
And then another question, not on what you have done today, but on 2018 November.
Yes.
Task 4 on a database.
Task 4, task 3.
Task 4.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah, on question B, the last page, question B, Roman 1.
Okay, I think if it is for database now, we can be able to. I think you can side chat me via WhatsApp because I don't have the paper now.
Okay.
Yes. So wacha tujibu yako sahi.
Sawa.
And any other person with any questions so that I can combine all the questions and answer them all at once?
Yes, hello.
Yes. Yes, Ismail.
I had to ask whether how will the exam be settled? Is it that the first question is what 20 marks, PowerPoint 20 marks? Is it access? Is it like that or?
Okay, I get you. I want to answer you. It is not that task 1 has to be Word, task 2 Excel, task 3 Access, and task 4 PowerPoint. It is not a must. We have seen some exceptions where task 4 is Access and task 3 is something else. So we have seen that. So if you see something like that, do not be surprised. But I also want to state that over the years, zimekuwa set hivyo over the years. such that you can just pick the paper and start imagining that task 1 will be word. Na ukienda unapata actually that's true. So over the years it has been like that, but it is not a must. Okay, wacha nirudie hiyo vlookup.
Excuse me.
Yes, Torrance.
The last question.
Yes.
Actually, using the logical functions in Excel,
yes,
you can try to show us the and, or, and x, or, and not functions.
Sorry?
The functions, the logical functions in Excel.
Yes.
And, or, x, or, and not.
Torrance, I know you got that from your maybe computational mathematics or basic electronics. Okay, not basic electronics because you guys don't do basic electronics, but I'm suspecting that you got it from C math. Have you ever seen any question on X nor in Excel? Yes.
I saw.
What is that paper?
I think it was from CI Institute. They're technical.
Okay.
They are tester. Yes.
That was an internal exam or NEC?
I think it was internal.
Okay.
Yes.
NEC huwa hawajaribu X or X hizo za computational maths, you know the number system, that topic.
Yes.
Yes, it does not. That's why I concentrate on what is examinable.
Okay.
That's not within the syllabus.
Thank you.
Okay, karibu. So I want to do this. I want to just to repeat very fast. So kwa hii kwa hii tax vlookup, na unaweza iona hapa kwa function bar hapa. So equals vlookup. Tumesema vlookup iko na parameters kama parameters 4, that is value, range, column number and false or true. So iko na lookup value, table array, column index number, range lookup. So the first one inakuwa ni number ambayo unataka let me just use the word lookup. No, the number that you want, the value that you want to look up. Then let me forget about the sheet. Then the other one is array. That's the range. Mahali unataka kusearch hiyo value. Then the other one is column ambayo unataka return. Then the other one is either true or false. Tumesema false is for exact. Kama unataka kumatch hiyo number with a certain exact in that range, ama unataka kufanya approximation. Okay. So lakini tukasema hapa sasa kwetu tunataka kureturn hiyo percentage, lakini to multiply na hii number 23075 so that itupatie tax. So ndio maana tukafanya equal sign vlookup. So what do you want to look up? It is a certain value in H4 here, 23,000. Ndio hiyo. Then the range is A5 to B8 in sheet 2. You see it is in sheet 2. Sorry. It is A5 in sheet 2. Hiyo iko sheet 2. Now, kama iko sheet 2, lazima tueleze hii Excel na kwamba tutaipata sheet 2. Lazima sasa type hapo sheet 2. Sheet 2, then proclamation marks. That's how you refer to another sheet. Then comma, tunataka tukiangalia hii 23,000 iko wapi, tuchukue hii number which is a percentage to multiply na hiyo 23 tupatie tax. Hiyo ni mathematics. So column 2 tuchukue hiyo rate na hii 23,000, we are not matching 23,000 with another 23,000 here. There is no exact, so it is just approximation that 23 must be, it is 20,000 above, 20,000 and above. So I'm just going to use the parameter force. So 2, then force. Force is for exact, then true. True. 2, then nifunge hiyo. Nikirun ikiwa hivyo itanipatia tax rate, lakini nataka kuchukua hiyo tax rate ni multiply na H4. H4 ni value ambayo iko pale 23,000, and that way itanipatia tax, lakini lazima nifunge bracket hapo, alafu lazima kama nimefunga nifungue mahali, na hapo sasa unafungulia pale mwanzo, and then you run. You run it, just going to give you what I have here.
Excuse?
Yes.
Between true and false, gani ukuwa default?
It is okay. Okay, I don't want to say that this is default because you might be tempted to write what is default. I would want you to look at what you are doing. Kama unafanya exact confirmation, just use false. Kama unafanya approximation, just use true.
Okay.
Yeah, it's better that way. So somewhere I said also somewhere that because ukiangalia hii yangu iko na dollar sign, inafaa ikuwe na dollar sign. Oh, what have I done? Ukiangalia hii yangu iko na dollar sign. Kwa nini? Nataka kutumia hiyo formula kila mahali. So that's the only meaning of the dollar sign. So dollar sign hapa inamaanisha absolute referencing. I think I have talked about absolute referencing for quite a long time. So I think we are good to go. I want to believe that there is no any other question.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, I'm free.
I wanted to ask how you can, when printing,
Yes.
how you can print out when the formulas are being shown out. Maybe I wasn't around when you were explaining that.
Were you there in our last week lesson?
Yeah, the last week lesson I was, but my bundles got depleted when you are explaining that point.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe if you could show us briefly before we end up the lesson.
Watch as I do it. So you go to formulas. Then click show formulas. That's how you do it.
Okay, thank you.
So I don't think there is any other question. So class yetu imeishia hapo. I want to wish you a good day. So you can live at your own pleasure.